Let's pop the LaCroix. What is going on, snipers? Naeem Al-Obeidi here. I hope you're all enjoying your day today. Let's go ahead and just dive right into this video and talk about a question that I'm getting swamped with right now, which is, Naeem, how the heck did you predict the Bitcoin breakout? And I'm like, man, this is a good time to give some practical tips on how to predict breakouts like this using very simple technical analysis indicators. So we're going to be talking about exactly what happened yesterday. This was actually where it all started on our Patreon. If y'all are not Patreons, you know we're posting trade alerts, masterminds, and podcasts on patreon.com/snipers. And you can see I posted this at 7:37 yesterday, and this was the graph that I posted while Bitcoin was at 6,900, in which it actually dropped out of nowhere down to around 6,790 right after I posted this, but it didn't trigger our stop loss because remember, we're utilizing risk and reward ratios here, and we were able to predict this large Bitcoin breakout despite people coming to me saying, Naeem, it's not going to happen. As a matter of fact, not to belittle anybody, remember, every trader has opinions and perspectives, and at the end of the day, nobody's going to be 100% correct, not even me. I'm going to be wrong more than I'm right, maybe, and I like saying that because then it protects me, but at the end of the day, it's all about getting your risk management in place, and you can see what people were saying when I made this call yesterday. I even said it's also a long-term position. Somebody immediately said, I thought 5K was happening. And then somebody said, we will kiss the long-term downtrend. And then somebody says, Bitcoin is going to drop. Somebody says, no one trade this trade alert. Somebody even said, it is breaking down. Somebody said, rest in peace. But guess what? I stood by my call. And the reason I did was because I saw all indicators pointing up, and I trust technical analysis. I'm going to talk about exactly how this started. So first, I was on our Discord. If y'all are not on our Discord, the link is in the description. We're going to be hiring some analysts soon, and we're going to be posting constant analysis and stuff here for some of you that are a little bit more advanced and already know how to read charts. But somebody had posted on our Patreon chat, has anyone noticed that BTC USD shorts are going parabolic now? They're up to 38,000. If there are no sellers left, then people will start canceling their shorts and cause BTC to go up. Hopefully that happens. And I said, great point. And that made me look at the BTC USD short chart because I wasn't actually looking at this at first, which you probably should be looking at this. I should have been looking at this, but I wasn't looking at this. So I went and I looked at this chart. So first of all, shout out to Dr. Rock. But I looked at the chart, I'm like, oh my gosh, the shorts are really high right now. And this is something I actually posted in response to the first person that doubted this trade. I said, I'm glad that you thought that because I always want to do the opposite of what everyone is thinking. Even more reassurance to me. No offense, just a principle I've learned in the market. Observe the masses and do the opposite. And when I saw that the masses were betting on Bitcoin as a short, if you don't know what shorting is betting against Bitcoin. That's saying that that Bitcoin is going down, and that's how you make money in shorting. You're saying it's going down. So everybody's thinking it's going down, and I'm like, you know what? Let me get into the technical analysis and see what's really happening. And when we looked at the technical analysis, y'all know that we talked about this over the past couple of days. We were testing that 40 in RSI, which is extremely bearish. But yesterday we saw that we found support right along that 37. So it didn't go all the way back down. And I said, that is a very bullish sign. It could really start to rise past that 40 into that neutral zone, which would be extremely bullish. So I was bullish at that point. So I put my orders in. I think yesterday, within 12 hours, I had profited over around $3,000 just from that one trade alert. So I just want you guys to know how much opportunity is in this market. This market is fertile. It's fertile soil, fertile ground. Somebody asked me the other day, like, Naeem, should I go back to the stock market? I'm like, are you kidding me? The stock market? It's like being in 2000 in the dot-com era where the dot-com bubble just popped and saying, maybe I should start investing in everything but dot-com stocks and tech stocks. That would have probably been the worst decision of your life because if you would have bought Facebook, Google, Apple back then, you'd be a pretty happy investor right now. So this is pretty much the overall strategy I used to predict this breakout. USD shorts. I'm actually, we actually just added a new bot here on our Discord called Bitcoin Futures Liquidation. So if y'all want to stay up to date with these liquidations, get on the Discord and you can always view this bot. It's constantly posting when there's liquidations happening either on longs and shorts. So if somebody's liquidating a long, that means they're thinking that it's probably going to go down. If they're liquidating a short, they think it's going to go up. So I'm adding as many resources for each and every one of y'all to empower y'all to become the best analyst possible, at least so you can make some extra money, right? You might be home, you might have kids, you might be going to work back and forth 9 to 5. This is your way out. This is your way to make extra. So I'm going to take some questions from our live audience, and we're going to be doing a final Bitcoin analysis to end this video. I'm not going to go too long, but I'm going to see what everyone has to say. Do you have any questions that I can possibly add some value to and maybe help y'all? So Tanner Lawley just sent a super chat. Thank you, Tanner. Thursdays are pump days. Worst day to buy during the FOMO. If y'all don't know, fear of missing out. Tomorrow we'll go back down. Wednesdays and Fridays are always rough in the market. Thank you for posting that, Tanner. I have taken my profits. If you were to ask me right now, Naeem, have you taken your profits? 100%. Why? Look at this sharp RSI swing. Yes, there might be further upside. If you look at the MACD, the buyers are starting to come in. This is probably going to start heading up, but I'm going to wait and I'm going to see what Bitcoin is going to do over the next couple of days to see how I want to react to this current market. Remember, all we're doing here, I like to use this phrase, secure your bags. Once you secure your bags, that's it. Don't get greedy. There's two big rules in trading that I think will help each and every one of y'all. Number one, don't ever get greedy. What that means is if you see EOS shoot up 40%, don't tell yourself, man, I was thinking about getting into EOS, I didn't get into it, and maybe I should just get into it now so I don't lose out anymore. Whoa, guess what? You just FOMO'd. You just FOMO'd. Fear of missing out. I feel like a rapper now with this mic. Don't FOMO, you little Romo. Call me Tomo. I'm a Somo. I'm just kidding. Let's see what everybody has to say. Somebody says, show us your trade. RJ Jamal, show us your trade. I'll show you my trade. So we'll log on to GDAX. I'll show you exactly how I played this. I set up, I think, around 2 buy orders on this. And I love when people ask me to show them the trade. And let's go ahead and see if this is going to pull up properly. Bam, here is the trade. So somebody asked me, is this your fake account because your name isn't on the top right? No, we all have middle names, right? So if you look at this trade that I did yesterday, you can see this was 17 hours ago. I had purchased a position here. Let's see what happened. We filled a position, it looks like at 6,929. I think I'd purchased 1 Bitcoin there. And then there were 2 stop losses that I had set up as well, which were also filled right here for another Bitcoin. So this was another order that I had put in. I think I was trading about 3 Bitcoin while this happened. And the sell order actually was initiated right over here. I don't typically use this, but I'm kind of confused at how I can look at this right here. 17 hours ago, this was the sell, I believe. No, the sell was at 7,000. So, I am not sure how to read this, but regardless of the fact, 5 hours ago. Is this it right here? 5 hours ago? Yeah, I liquidated my, 7,600. There you go. Liquidated the position at 7,600. Purchased in. Dollar cost averaged my way in. Bought my first position here, 6,929. Put in my next position at 6,934. Put in another position at 6,940. I believe, if I'm reading this right. And then liquidated at 7,600. So there you go. That was about a $3,000 profit right there. So understand, like I said, this market is filled with opportunities. We are in fertile ground right now, guys. So Any other good questions before we wrap this baby up now that I've shared the strategy? And we're going to do a quick technical analysis before we wrap it up. Somebody says, it's not going back down. I'm playing the long. Silver Jaguar. There is a lot of signs of strength, and I'm going to talk about that. Nate said, yeah, he's good. Michael said, crazy. Yal said, make the math then. Flash Creature says, Naeem, love your new time. Get to watch you on the drive home after work. Your technical analysis helps. Thank you so much. Yal said, 3,000 profit. Are you kidding? No. Sultan says, thank you, Naeem. You're very welcome. Tipster said, you're the man accepting the challenge. Very nice. Listen, I've got nothing to hide. I'm completely transparent with everyone. And the reason I'm like that is because I think so many people are cynical nowadays. They question everything. So it's all about transparency. Google Review said, hey guys. Tech Gear said, do you think LTC will hit 150? Absolutely. 150 is a clear target. It's just about how are you going to swing yourself into that, right? It's all about securing your bags. What do I mean by securing your bags? In life, you have to secure your bags, whether that bag is money, a relationship, a business deal, a partnership. A bag doesn't represent money. A bag is something that you need to secure because the bags are going to go away. So secure your bags when you have the chance to secure your bags, right? We're all snipers, right? That's why this is on Sniper's Tube. Snipers, they target trades. They have their own spotters, right? We're also helping y'all spot your trades as well. We've got spotters in our Discord, right? So understand that the point of this market is to really, I guess, the best way to put it is this. I came from traditional markets. It was extremely, extremely fun, however, extremely unvolatile. When I came into crypto around 2000 and, I bought my first Bitcoin around 2010, but I liquidated all of my capital around 2014 to trade crypto. It was all because of the volatility. That's where the opportunity lies. And what I saw happening was we kept seeing Bitcoin go up and it would just flash drop, right? So you can see how we saw a little bit of a rally here, flash drop, a little bit of a rally here, flash drop, a little bit of a rally here, flash drop. And what that told me was if there's whales in this market, the whales are going to try to get Bitcoin at the lowest possible cost, right? So they're going to want to short Bitcoin and bring the price down and eventually put in their long positions at the lowest possible price. The fact that these price levels kept finding support around these known support levels that we bounced off of back in February, that told me that the whales are starting to get a little bit aggravated because they're like, oh my gosh, why aren't we driving the price any lower? Is this the bottom, right? And they're trying to drive the price low. Look, they're trying to drive the price low. They didn't get it. They tried it again, didn't get it. They tried it here, didn't get it. What that told me was they're going to come to a point where they're going to say, you know what? Mining will become extremely unprofitable if Bitcoin goes any lower than these price levels. There's a lot of positive market sentiment. The Rockefellers are starting to invest. There are billionaires trying to get approved to invest in cryptocurrency. I think I might want to put some big capital into Bitcoin right now. It doesn't seem like the price is going any lower. And even with me being a whale, it's not driving it any lower than 6,700. Let me go ahead and initiate my buy. And that's where you see this huge candlestick. This huge bar of buy volume here on the 1 day. You can see how substantial that is. Matter of fact, I think somebody commented on the post yesterday. They said, there's just not enough volume. I'm only going to buy in when there's enough volume. Well, when there's enough volume, the prices already went up. You want to get in before the volume comes, right? So let's see if there's any other questions. Nate Arendt said, should we tether all our alt gains and better our position? I have exited my positions and I will re-enter once I am more confident in what Bitcoin is going to act like at these higher levels. It could certainly drop back down to lower lows, right? It's not about trying to predict what's going to happen to Bitcoin a year from now. It's about predicting what's going to happen tomorrow, what's going to happen the next day. Why? Because we're in a speculative market. There's going to be extreme volatility. You have to be aware of the fact that this market can change so fast. And because of that, it's going to be better to play your trades by the day than by the year, right? It's not like the stock market where you can say, okay, we've seen this much growth over the past 7 decades, and now we can expect this much growth. No, we don't have 7 decades worth of information to apply to this market. It's an emerging market. We're in a speculative bubble. There's no intrinsic value yet. So hopefully that helps. Somebody says, how do I get that trade alert? We have a Patreon. It's patreon.com/snipers. And we have our trade alerts, masterminds, podcasts all posted here. We actually posted our podcast yesterday as well, talking about other potential breakouts, which all broke out and yielded profits. Even our LTC trade went into the profit zone. LTC was doing the same thing. I had a little bit more confidence in that, and I saw it earlier. That went into the profit zone. That was over 10% profit there too. I think if you bought at the top of the wicks, it would have been over almost 20% profit. So that's how you get the Patreon. Somebody says, Siren tokens are releasing phone with cold wallet. Yes, SIRN. SIRIN, I'm sorry. Yes, they're releasing a phone. They found a manufacturer. Nate said, thank you. You're awesome, man. Thank you, brother. Michael said, just joined Gold Patreon. Welcome, Michael. Nas said, where's the voice chat? We're not going to enable that just yet. We will enable that soon. Actually, as a matter of fact, what we're going to do here, I'm going to go ahead and after this live video, we're all going to be heading over to our Discord. Under this area here, chats, I'm going to create a crypto chat for voice. So if y'all want to actually talk to me after this live stream, then I'd love to see all of you at our Discord under crypto chat. I'm going to actually join that in right now. And we can actually take more specific questions from some of y'all that are viewing this live stream right now. And I think it's going to be cool because we're going to have some more analysts on this, and we're going to be posting short-term, long-term BTC analysis, technical analysis, fundamental analysis, and quick tips only from our analysts. So this is going to be locked, and that's going to be really good for all of you because this is going to be all valuable information in these chats, and then we'll have some open chats for people that want to talk. And we have these bots telling you exactly when to look at, the shorts and longs, and also new exchange listings. So we're adding a lot of things, a lot of features. We're trying to enhance our whole system, and we'll continue to do that to make this the best community for cryptocurrency, the most trusted community in cryptocurrency, because this is the revolution. This is the future, baby. Come on, get excited. Max said, damn, I remember seeing all those shorts on Bittrex. That's a lot of shorting pressure. That's just evaporated. Yeah, a lot of people lost a lot of money. Guess what? The house always wins, right? So play with the house, not with the majority. Somebody says, I need to know the dip or crash, please. Want to buy more. Don't get greedy. Zilliqa also saw a massive rise. Yes, Zilliqa is a project we've been talking about. Big A said, do you suggest trying to sell at profit or holding? I say it depends on what you're doing. If you have a swing trading portfolio, then take your profits whenever you hit your targets. If you have a long-term portfolio, go ahead, purchase at the lows, and then hold on as long as you can. So it depends on what type of portfolio you're utilizing. But I'll tell you what, if it's a swing trade, take your profits. Don't be greedy. What are you in this market for? To just hold on to it or to pay yourself, right? How are you going to become full-time? Pay yourself. If it's going up and down, take advantage of the volatility, baby. Ho Ho Hapika said, calm down, dude. How could I be calm? I literally could not sleep all night because I was just so ecstatic about this whole revolution. Not because of Bitcoin going up. I didn't even know it went up until early in this morning, but I'm just excited in general. This whole revolution is huge. There's some awesome conferences coming up soon. I'll be speaking at the conference soon. So it's just an awesome revolution, and I am so excited for the future in this. Somebody says, do you take all profits? I dollar cost average typically, but this time I took profits because it hit all my targets. Somebody says, Bitcoin will one day replace Swift. $quadrillion gets transferred every day. Bitcoin will be worth $100,000 in the next 10 years. Who knows where from there? Dan V Music. Good post there. Michael Barnes says, what's your thoughts on Legolas Exchange? I haven't looked much into that, Michael. I probably didn't even say that right. Timothy said, do you sell 100% when you get to your take profit zone? I have targets. So let's say I have 3 targets set. Then as long as it hits all 3 targets, I take my profits. Big A said, I've been bullish on Steem because of community and is up 28%. But Nano still hasn't run. Is it due? It's funny you say that, Big A. So there's an article that was written today about Steem it, and it was talking about how a lot of content creators are now going from, YouTube and other social media platforms to platforms like Steem It and D2
Hello?
to revenue share. And people are in our Discord. Let me leave so that doesn't annoy anybody. But anyways, what's also cool about that is I also believe that Steem It has a lot of potential in the long term. If we look at Steem here, you can see we're up. It looks to be, where are we at here? Let's see, where's Steem? Let's find Steem here on CoinMarketCap. STEEM up 52% in the past 7 days. Look at that. I think Steem, in my opinion, is a very, very long-term hold. I think Steem will eventually become like the next Facebook, the next Twitter, because it is such a great platform and it incentivizes the creators to create content without utilizing advertisements. Nobody likes ads, right? So it's a perfect way to utilize a blockchain. It's one of the most successful uses of the blockchain till this day, alongside with CryptoKitties. Anybody here have CryptoKitties, by the way? Anybody want to trade their CryptoKitties for a LaCroix? If you want to trade your CryptoKitties for a LaCroix, contact me at 1-800, I don't know. Lawrence said, what are your thoughts on Komodo and the role they will play as crypto shifts towards DEX and the ICOs? I think Komodo is great. It's a very early technology, and it's a use case that can only be utilized in our industry. It's not necessarily a bridge to other industries, which is why I'm not as bullish about it just yet. Because remember, I'm looking for projects that can see adoption in the next 2 to 5 years. I'm not necessarily looking for projects that can see adoption in the next 5 to 10 years. And because Komodo is more of a integration to current blockchain use, in my opinion, it's something that's a little bit more long-term. And I don't like to invest in projects like that because you never know what could come out and wipe that out, like Hashgraph, for example, or a new type of blockchain or a new type of Bitcoin, right? So you never know because remember, dial-up is like pre-2000, right? Or around early 2000s, and now we're, in broadband and high-speed internet, and it's just completely different. It's a whole different atmosphere. So it's the same thing with the blockchain. It's going to develop and evolve. It's not just going to stay the same. That's the exciting thing about it. It's going to globalize our economy and tokenize a lot of different assets, and it's going to tokenize a lot of different things like real estate, right? I have a buddy of mine just had an ICO, a real estate backed coin. So Forever Track says, will BTC ever be stable enough to be used properly in daily transactions? I don't think it's ever going to be needed to be used in daily transactions. I think it's more of a storage of value at this point. I mean, it's limited, right? Gold back in the day was the currency of the world, but eventually what ended up happening was it was too hard to just carry everywhere, so they said, here's bills that are backed by gold, and then eventually they removed the gold backing in 1978, I believe, or 1973, and when that happened, then, now we can print as much money as we want, and the currency itself is in this inflationary bubble that could eventually pop and detriment a lot of different economies. We have a lot of debt that we owe to China and other countries, and we're in a huge, huge hole right now. I think Bitcoin could globalize our economy, and if we globalize our economy, that puts down the borders, because borders are really set in place with currency right now, if you really think about it. The different countries are, revolved around their currency, and if you globalize currency, then it globalizes the world. And is that a bad or a good thing? Well, I think that there'll still be a lot of different, areas that have certain types of, I guess you can call it, certain types of economic value. But I think it's going to be good because anything that is unified, in my opinion, is good rather than going into war and things of that nature. Nate says, will $1,000 investment make us rich in 5 years if you play it right? Dan V Music, we still haven't figured out how much we can do with blockchain. Absolutely not. Ryan said, fiat is destroyed. People in debt are screwed. Ryan T, 47% of mortgages in Canada renew this year. Too much control. The Element says, liked to grow the beard. That is hilarious. Somebody says, 200 likes and you shave your beard. Sure, we'll do that. We'll shave the beard for 200 likes. And how about we'll dye the beard blonde for 300 likes. We need more YouTubers negotiating their likes. I think the audience likes that. Instead of just giving it out, we got to negotiate it. So if we hit 300, then we got blonde beard. 200, we shave it. Petra, newcomer here. Peter, good to have you on. He says, hello, love the development and your reports. However, cannot the BTC USD become still bull trap? Absolutely. It could be a bull trap, but no big deal. I already secured my bags. Remember what we're talking about here, securing your bags. AYC says, you were blonde last time for like 2 days. Yeah, because we hit like 200 likes and I had to go blonde. I'm a man of my words. I've already shaved my head and then I've went blonde because of this. But I'm a pretty good negotiator. I've been getting better. I'm a good trader. I'm a good negotiator too. So I know how to bet right. Play against me. Come on. I'm the house here. Marwin said, think we're going to go back to 5,800? Very possible. I'm not really thinking about that right now. I'm going to play it as we go. And the reason I'm saying that is because I'm seeing a lot more results just playing things as we go. You know, we saw Ethereum dip below RSI 30. We bought in, made profit. Same thing here. Kelvin says, what will you do for 400 likes? I don't know. Throw something out there. Renee says, are you a real sniper? No, I'm not. Lawrence says, 300 likes and you give away a book. I'll give away a book right now. How about we do a book giveaway? We're going to give away The Internet of Money. It's a book by Andreas Antopanales, and it is one of the first books I read about Bitcoin. I didn't need to read a book about Bitcoin to understand Bitcoin, but it was the first book I read about Bitcoin. But we'll give away a book right now. Here's the question. What chart did I utilize to become extremely confident in my call that Bitcoin was going up yesterday? I said that earlier in the video. Let's use paying attention. And Ryan T says, dude, you called EOS so well in your last video. Gotta say, I've been learning a lot from you. Your charting, it helped me out with ELF this morning. That's awesome. ELF just got listed on an exchange. If you go to our Discord, you can see here, ELF just got listed on Yobit, I believe. So this is a really cool resource too. You can see any coin that's being listed so you can have an idea of what coins might see a little bit of influx. So everybody's saying the RSI. Well, no, that's not what made me extremely confident. It was the BTC USD shorts, and Carl Mercier said it first. So you won, brother. Send me a message on Twitter, and we will send you out the Internet of Money. Good for you, brother. Any other questions here before we wrap this baby up? It was the short chart. Remember, when you see these shorts going up, that means people are betting against Bitcoin. It was at all-time highs. And not only that, RSI went above 60. It was overbought. Everybody's predicting it's going down. In my opinion, observe the masses. Do the opposite. Somebody says, thanks. You're very welcome, Carl. Josiah said, ELF got listed on BitThumb. Yes. Sorry, it wasn't YoBit. There you go. Good job. Slime Season said, are we in a Phase 7 hyperwave? I haven't done a hyperwave analysis, so it's not what I'm utilizing. I'm utilizing basic indicators. That's the other thing about all this. I'm utilizing the simplest indicators for a reason. You know why? Because the majority of people on YouTube and in cryptocurrency are beginners. So why am I going to go ahead and say, all right, why don't we do some Elliott wave theory? Why are we going to use Bollinger Bands and Ichimoku clouds when people don't understand that? It's uninteresting. None of y'all will be watching right now if that's what I was doing. But I'm like, you know what? Simple indicators work, right? Boxers, when they're doing bad, guess what? They go back to the fundamentals. Jab, jab, uppercut, baby. So go to the fundamentals. You will always win in the fundamentals. You don't need to get complex. You don't need to get so advanced, especially in a market like this that's so volatile. Technical analysis was created for volatile markets, not unvolatile markets. How do you have cup and handles form in an unvolatile market? Yamcha says, are you wearing the full suit? I'm not answering that question. I'm an honest man. Display says I would be. Flash User says sponge cloud square chart. Tony says, has he done any other coins? I'm not doing too many right now because we see a lot of parabolic run-ups right now. I'm going to wait until we see some horizontal action to see what type of support and resistance levels we see. George says, what's up, dude? Renee says, make it simple. Display says, you're the best. Thank you, brother. Crosby says BitConnect up 21%. That's weird. Everybody's laughing. Crypto Huawei said, yep, fundamentals are for long-term hodl, TA for day trading. If y'all want fundamentals, we post all of our fundamental analysis on Twitter. So for the fundamentals, you go on twitter.com/sniperstube, and that's where all of our fundamental analysis is posted. So that's actually something that I would highly recommend, because we posted the Verge fundamental analysis the other day, and that led to a huge breakup. Mike Biden says 300 likes to stand up. 200 likes to stand up. All right, deal. We'll do 200 likes to stand up. You guys are crazy, man. Oh, this is a crowd of a kind. A one-of-a-kind crowd. Oh, my. What are we at? 89. Oh, we're slacking. We'll see. Y'all are lazy. Michael says, I agree. I'm still new and learning. Great. Crypto says, show us the pants. Ryan T, let's see what kind of pajama pants he's wearing. All right. Let's get on topic, or we're going to end this. Naeem, do you believe BTC market cap will reach that of gold one day? Gold around $7 trillion, right? Residential real estate around, I think, what, 24 trillion. Commercial real estate, what is it, $54 trillion industry. I might be wrong with all of those numbers, but fairly accurate. And what I'll tell you about the cryptocurrency market, under $1 trillion. Cryptocurrency, global economy. Our stock market, not a global economy. Cryptocurrency, under $1 trillion. Do you think it's going to go over $1 trillion? Absolutely, 100%. It's a global economy. The dot-com bubble, $3 trillion in 2000 evaluation. Like the year 2000, it was $3 trillion. Today, with inflationary valuation, over $10 trillion. That was the United States. $10 trillion, the United States, in the dot-com bubble. It was the hype of the internet, right? This is the hype of blockchain. But guess what? It's global, not restricted to the US. What does that mean? Over 10 trillion? Most likely. Big A said, thanks for all the great advice. The few times I've spoken to you directly proves you're a real stand-up guy. Thank you, Big A. I appreciate that, brother. 09 Mr. Dennis says, man, I'd left, but I'm back, Naeem. Good to have you, brother. DCWA says, where did the buying come from? It came from the whales. Look, they tried, this was my thought process. The whales tried bringing the price down once, twice, 3 times, even 4 times. And because of that, I think this last time that they tried to bring the price down, and if you want to know how the whales bring the price down, this is a quick example of one way to do it, right? Let's say you're a whale and you have $1 million. You put in $1 million into Bitcoin while it's at $6,000. And let's say Bitcoin goes up in value to 6,700 because you put $1 million, and obviously you can't just fill one order in at 6,000. So it's going to obviously naturally bring the price up. So let's say Bitcoin goes to 6,700. You let it trade for a little bit. You've got your $1 million in there. And you know as soon as you pull that out, it's going to crash the price. What you do is you go on another market and you start to short Bitcoin. And you say, okay, well, I'm going to go ahead and put another $1 million in, but this time I'm going to leverage this 10x and I'm going to short Bitcoin, right? Well, that means that you're going to bet against Bitcoin. Well, if you've got $1 million in the market, you've got a short in place, guess what happens? You go to that $1 million, you withdraw, you liquidate, drops the price, your short triggers, you make 10x leverage on that million. Think of that in a larger scale with whales that are in a conference center and literally like a cult of whales. Think of that. That happens in this crypto sphere. We don't know where, we don't know how. There's many different people, there's many groups, many whale groups, whales everywhere, and that happens, right? So it's the whales against the whales. That's how people short the market. That's how they bring the market down. So every time they tried bringing the price down, it just wasn't breaking these support levels. Even this time, they tried dropping it. This was after the trade alert was called. They tried dropping it. It just didn't go past 6,700. What does that mean for a whale? This is what I thought. If I was a whale and the price isn't going down, I'm like, holy crap, this is not working. Whatever. You know what? Let me just put in a long. Let me just go long on this then. It's like it's not going down anymore. We brought it down to this point from 20,000, so this was a pretty good job. And guess what? You think Bitcoin is going to go that low and they're going to allow mining to be unprofitable? You know, Bitcoin mining is only profitable up to around Bitcoin being worth around $2,500. That was from a podcast yesterday on Unchained. If y'all haven't listened to that podcast, shout out to whoever does that podcast. It's called Unchained. Amazing podcast. Somebody just said, I would wait on your 30,000. Jesse says, I have 30,000 to invest but can't figure out what to put it into. Well, Jesse, if you were on our Patreon yesterday, you could have leveraged yourself a little bit, dollar cost average into Litecoin, Bitcoin. You would have had exact price levels to get in at, to get out at, to have a stop loss at for risk management. I mean, there's nothing I could tell you. If that's not the case, then use technical indicators, learn technical analysis. Understand the RSI. Anything over 60, overbought. Anything under 30, oversold. I'm sorry, anything over 70 is overbought. Anything over 60 is bullish because that means it's probably going to get to the levels over 70 and become overbought. Somebody says you should do a podcast. Laura Shin. Thank you, Tony. Laura Shin is her name. Tell us about XVG. We called it recently. Rahman, the news is coming out. Buy the hype, sell the news. That's my opinion on that. Somebody says, hodl everything. Ryan says, mine the crap out of Kryptonite forks lately. Mining room has been a fun place lately. And the best part is, I didn't put one single hash towards Monero the whole time. Interesting. Good job, Ryan. Crypto Naeem said hi. Morgan Freeman says, write a crypto rap song for the next stream. And I'm going to tell you that's my team. And I'm going to tell you what I deem. Making post on Steem. Looking like Little Reem. I got the best team. I'm going to close that little seam. I feel like a rapper with this new microphone. All right, y'all. We're going to wrap this baby up. Thank you all for watching. If you haven't already, follow us on Twitter. We are posting constant updates there. Twitter.com/SnipersDude. You are all awesome. We are going to go ahead and head to our Discord, into our live chat. We've already got a couple people here. It's going to be under Crypto Chat. The Discord link is in the description below. If you don't have the Discord link, this is going to be your invite link. So go ahead and not use that. Just find it on our youtube.com/snipers. Head into the Discord. This is a web version, so you can do this on your phone. There's an app. We're going to be under Crypto Chat. You can plug in your microphone, or you can just listen in if you're an introvert. And we're going to take actual physical questions from people and talk about what's going on in the market, as well as talk about a couple altcoins that I'm excited about in this potential bull reversal that we're seeing here. So thank you all for watching. I really appreciate each and every one of y'all. Remember, secure your bags, snipe those trades, make it happen. Don't fall for the FOMO. Don't get greedy. And with that being said, thank you all for watching. And until next time, snipers out.